Hi, this is Marissa. Today we're going to be looking at technology tools that will be useful in the Spanish classroom. The first technology I want to introduce is called ePals. It's a global learning community that makes connections between classrooms around the world. Students will be able to use this tool to connect with other students in native Spanish-speaking countries and put their Spanish to practical use. Students will be able to connect to these students in a variety of ways, including Skype, email, and other types of video chat. So if we go onto the ePals website that you can see right here, we can get started. In order to get connected, you have to fill out a little profile and create a username. So generally the teacher would do that for the classroom. It just includes the demographics of your classroom, including grade level, language, and what mode of communication that you want to use. And then you can browse through other classrooms around the world to try and decide who you want to be matched up with. So first we'll go down here and select this match a classroom thing. So you get to choose what language. So for us it would be Spanish. And then if we're looking for a middle school classroom, probably ages 11 to 13. And then we'll hit go. And then it pops up with all of these options in here with teachers looking to match up their classrooms with someone else. So there's some of those. And then you can kind of narrow it down. So I could click over here to the sidebar on the left to South America, and it would narrow it down even more. So let's look at this one. For example, Gabriela Quinones is in Ecuador. If we click here, we can read more information about her. If we were to click her name or view details, she's in Ecuador. She's looking for Spanish speakers. It looks like she has students between ages 12 and 14, and there's 40 students in her classroom. And then if we see these little icons here, they are looking to communicate in both email and Skype. So then if you go to her page, you can learn a little bit more about her and what she's kind of looking for, what her school's name is, and then there's a way to contact her down here. And be able to talk a little bit more about what communication would look like with our classrooms, whether that would be pairing students up from both classes or Skyping as a whole class and doing more of an interactive thing with your classroom while they're in school. So from there, student interactions can happen via email or Skype. Skype will have to be more timely with foreign communication, making sure that students know what time they have to log in to chat with someone else, whereas email can kind of just be a back and forth kind of thing. It's not time specific necessarily. The learning targets when using ePals would be students will learn about different Hispanic cultures around the world, and students will practice communication skills in Spanish through speaking and writing. This is a good tool for students to gain confidence in their speaking skills. It's beneficial because it adds a real cultural aspect to language learning. It also allows for variation in learning styles with the choice of communication being written or oral. And students can be evaluated on these interactions by having to do write-ups on the conversations they have with the foreign students, or if they're communicating via email, conversations could be printed off and turned in to check for completion and content along with grammar mistakes. So that's just a little bit about ePals.